Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello and welcome. We are back to give you the insights into the minds of Smart India Hackathon winners. The one of its kind Smart India Hackathon harnesses the creative and technical skills of students and uses them to solve real world problems faced by society or the industry. But the question, how are the past winners able to ace it? Let's go across and talk to one of the winners, Sasi Karan. Hello Sasi, welcome to the program.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, Sasi, as a part of this series, what we are aiming at is to let our viewers know how to deal with Smart India Hackathon and what can be the right ways to, pursue this. So, as a past winner, let's begin by understanding first of all what the problem was that you were working on.
First of all, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sasi Karan from RMD College CSE department, and we are SAS 2022 winners. And we took a problem statement given by DRDO. Our problem statement was to monitor human health due to the increasing level of pesticides used in food. This was the actual basic problem statement, and to solve this, the approach we used was like the energy is given from food, like everything comes from food, health or disease. So we plan to monitor the food we eat, and then we gone through the everything like from the food.
Okay, so coming to your first step, the team. How did this team come about and how did you manage the team? How did you guys, work with each other and, make this happen? Tell us about the team preparation first.
Okay. Actually, all the team members are my classmates, so it was little easy to start up with them. And then once I became the team leader, like I have to think who is expert in which thing, so that we will get more clarity about on where who has to work, and then where we will get more productive outcome. We don't know each other means it will become a disaster at last. So we have came to know about each other, and then we have segregated our work like equally. And the 36 hours of hard work was like not just easy. Like we all came to know about how the teamwork improves our team mentality actually. Like on the 36 hours we all become into a same thing, like what we have to do on we have coordinated without any help of any external force. Like that was the things on teamwork, like it was actually like miracles, like how we become like siblings like at the end of this 36 hours.
So how did you divide the work or responsibilities within these team members? What was the thought behind that? Was there any criteria? Okay, this guy is good at this particular thing, or strategically speaking, this thing will be better. How did you divide the work amongst yourself?
Yeah, actually, as I told, I know who is expert in what things. So, like, I know one person who is really good at like searching things on research things. Like, we have given the research thing, like research things to him, and we asked them for any assist you want. When he asked, I need extra one person, we gave him. And then when it comes to development side, I was good at development, and I was developing the automation things. And then I need another person, and I have picked one person like those for PPT presentation and those design works, and for them we had a team. Like we know who is special at, and so we gave them as each category, and to support them we gave a assist person also. So like this we have divided our responsibilities equally.
So before you actually went on with the event, joined the event, what was your preparation before coming to the event?
Actually, like last time is the first year we entered to SIF, so we had no idea. Like actually, to be frank, what our college staff told us, in first year and all, no one can win. Like it has to be like consecutively 2 to 3 years you have to compete, and then only you can win. Like those talks only came to us, and we came with a mindset like we have to give our best only. Like nothing about the results. Only we came to give our best. No, like for that we came, but as with God grace and our hard work helped us, so we got the.
Yes, of course, unless you work hard, there's no grand prize waiting for you at the end of it. But still, we would like to understand in terms of preparation, Like what went on, like your research part, your understanding of the subject part, and how do you wish to deal with all this? So what all happened before you came to the event?
Yeah, the basic prerequisites we had was like a basic coding skills, like all six of them we had, and then like on it we added like little this designing parts and such things, and then a special thing we had was I was good at automation, like automation the things like we created a full let's this chatbot through automation, like this was our prerequisite, and we were all good at making websites like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like these basic things and all. We had good knowledge, so we can make any websites, and even like our teammates have app developments and these skills also. Like so that on a problem statement we can do whatever which is possible. Like we are ready to make any website, app, API service, everything we were ready to do. So it was those prerequisites we had before starting.
Okay, so now let's come to the main event part. When you came down to the place where hackathon was held, so you had to spend 36 hours non-stop to crack your problem area. So how did you manage those 36 hours? Was there a strategy behind, timing out, or were there phases, or how did you handle those 36 hours? What was the plan?
Actually, I told before, like this was the first like the first international hackathon we had. Like we had no particular strategy. Like we thought, like no one should work when the brain is not working. So we had a rule like if you are not able to concentrate or if you are not able to focus, don't do work. Go. They had a nice table to play. We had a table tennis court. Everything we had. So we had nicely like if when we can't concentrate, we have to go and do something else. That's all. And then when we want to sleep, we slept in a small little cycle like half an hour you, half an hour me, like that. We kept on going, and those 36 hours was like little difficult when it comes to like one whole day and another half day. Like so, we had managed somehow, and the most important things are like there was some leisure time we can spend there, so it was not that much difficult. Or else we have to sit again in tab for some other leisure things. So we had little facilities there.
Okay, so that's very interesting. If your mind is not working, don't work. I mean, that's a very logical, you know, way to think about the entire thing. So, what were your team members doing when their mind was not working, or they were subsequently not working? How did you make use of that time? So, were you a part of all those recreational stuff available around you? How did you spend your time in those 36 hours in that portion where the mind was not working?
At the first 12 hours, we were not that much sleepy. So that time we had to play like wherever we get sweat, that time we will feel more comfortable to come and work again. So those things like we had a little walk, or else we played like table tennis. There was a nice court for table tennis, and then chessboard. Everything was there. My teammates were mostly playing table tennis. Like one was going and playing along with the wall. After that, another person will go for rest. They both will play, and then they both will come and start to work. Like this was the routine. This was for like first 12 hours. After that, we all got little more sleepy. So when our brain is not working, we go and sleep for half an hour or 15 to 20 minutes. Once we get up, we go wash our face, and that's all. We get a refreshment, and that too they were providing all sort of snacks, everything. So we are not hungry. Like we are keep on working. So like somehow we manage.
Okay, so that was a nice way to spend those hours where things were a little difficult in terms of concentration or otherwise. So now let us know more about how did you handle those portions where you had to interact with the mentors as well as the expert panel when they had come to kind of evaluate your project, what you're working on.
Yeah, actually, what we thought was like not to hide whatever we thinking to them. Like if we say what are all thoughts we have, they are good at making a like if we give vegetables to them, they are good at making it as a salad. So we don't know how to do that. So our thoughts, like if we give all the thoughts to them, they are good at making it as a working model or prototype or anything. So I told to my friends, like whatever thoughts you have, say it one by one. If we say it as a stack, they can build a tower. Though that was the basic idea we had. We told whatever thoughts we come, like whether it can be a normal or a good idea, or else it will be a silly idea, still we told it. So it can make some little difference in them, so we shared everything to our mentors. And while it come to expertise panels, like we had to get more convenient. So we searched for those technical terms, like how to make our conversation more little to their standard. And then we had just a normal conversation, so they understood whatever we tried to do.
So evaluators usually, they kind of change the course of your project sometimes. So did that happen in your case? Maybe they didn't like something, or they thought something is not really workable, and they made you, work on it again. Did that happen in your case?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first thing we did was a normal, only a WhatsApp complaining bot, and then we had a payment system. The payment system was like we just had a QR code, but they asked to make an entire payment system from the scratch, like to pull everything on our own payment system, not from Google services or not like other services. They told to do it, and then we did a little prototype, and then we showed them. They got satisfied for it.
Okay, so what about the presentation part? The entire process culminates into, that one final thing which makes all the difference. So how did you prepare for the presentation, the final presentation?
Actually, the presentation, before the presentation, we thought that the PPT, whatever we are showing to them, must convey the things which I want to say in the visual set. So it will be more easy, and I can add more points to them when I speak out. So we had more time for designing those presentation slideshows and everything. We had more images than text. Like I want them to understand on one look, like so like that. And then my communication part was so nice. I made the point clear to them. And then when it comes for question and answer sections, that time our entire time like stood for me. When those things they asked about research things, the person who did actual research came forward and he gave the answers. So those type of things was like very new to me, and then those these are the inspiring things in that entire show.
So, I mean, coming from your experience, what do you think are the expectations of the people who are taking your presentation, the experts who are eventually going to decide the quality or the, if your project is worth enough or not?
Actually, first of all, we are not so aware of those people. But once they come and go, like we came to know, oh, these people are like doing these. We just gone to Google's and we googled their names and we got them. Like we came to know what they are expect us, and what they are expert us, and then we came to know what they are expecting on us. Like when we get these two, like we can go for the next level of communications, and we can go and ask them what these are the states like we have to work on, what these things we have to do, and then they can train us more on what they expect us like.
Okay, Sasi, so if I have to ask you a kind of a list for the people who wish to participate in hackathons, so what are your kind of recommendations or your suggestions of what all they should be doing or taking care of for the participation?
Actually, the 2022 hackathon was like when we participated, there was no AIs at all, no AI tools. But 23 is full of AI era, and it is like even if you don't know much about coding, when you know to use the AI tools properly, surely you can win this. Like not only AI tools, like we have to know little basic things, and then when we can put together and we can convince the judge like we have did this, like we have made these things work like that. Like when we give the satisfaction to them, surely we can win. And the AI tools like ChatGPT itself will solve the entire problem statement, but that is not enough for the judge. Like that will be the hinge at this year, and sure they will crack this. And the list of things they need is little coding skills and lot of knowledge about the AI tools, And on it, the communication skills. Really, if your communication is good, the point which you have in your brain will go to the judge, and they can really see the vision which you had in your mind. That is the real powerful part.
So in your case, in case of your team, what do you think worked? What made you successful?
Actually, I don't know how to say that what was a particular thing, but most importantly, the teamwork. Sir. Like we all had the mind to work together. We all had the mind to help each other. We all had to like when there is some problem, all went to solve it. When there is something like any other place where we stuck, all helped them. And then like when someone is tired, we went and tried to encourage the person, like we did this as team, everything, good or bad or development or research, everything we did as a team. So that is the part where it drives us to next level.
Okay, that was nice hearing from you, Sachikaran. I mean, the way you guys prepared and the way you came across this hackathon and went on winning it. So I'm sure your inputs, your suggestions, and your sharing of your own experiences will help the people who wish to come here and participate in the coming editions. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts. And I hope people will make good use of what all you had to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this was Sasikaran with his tips and tricks and all his insights into how they went on to win Smart India Hackathon. We'll bring to you so many other Smart India Hackathon winners to make you understand better how to deal with this competition. Till then, keep watching.